Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm 1442 Stuart. In today's video we're going to be going over how to find better gear to generally increase your overall damage. Once you've completed the campaign, I just want to say thanks for the sudden upsurge in subscribers, I really appreciate it. So if you want to see more content like this in the future, do not forget to like and subscribe. No more messing around, let's get into the video. This isn't something that is accessible until you have beat the final boss of Wolcen. Once you beat the final boss in Wolcen, you will unlock the Champion of Stormfall mode. Once here, you will unlock the War Table, which is like a dungeon slash mission generator, where you have about 6 to 7, maybe more or less, I'm not 100% sure, variants of different mission types. They randomly generate 3 at a time. Once you complete a mission, another 3 will be generated. So an easy way to rotate these is to just do one, if you don't have an expedition available, that is. Just do one at a really low level, get it done really quick, wait for an expedition to come around, and then do it at an appropriate level. We'll be looking for a mission called an expedition, which is a kill enough enemies to summon the boss type of the mission. The exception for this mission is that it is the only mission type that spawns the hunt mechanic in Wolcen. This mechanic is very shortly explained throughout the story of Wolcen. When using it, it gives the end big boss enemy a chance to drop tributary affixes. These affixes come with a positive and a negative, so not only do you need to find the gear with the right stats, it needs to have the right tributary affix also. When getting these, I tend to focus on the plus percentage damage stat, because the negatives you can find for in exchange for this stat are pretty rudimentary. There's willpower transfer all time, rage transfer all time, minus percentage health regen. They're not exactly the worst things. Once you're fully kitted out in these tributary affixes, you can switch and swap your weapons and swap your skills and try and mess around to find the exact type of gameplay you want to go into. And then when you've got your base, plus 20% damage on every item, you could then try and refine these items using the legendary crafting materials. That's a video for another day. But once you've got 3 or 4 of these things, it gets extremely noticeable. So it's not going to instantly gear to, once you get one of them, it's not going to, I can do 217. But once you get 3 or 4, you'll notice, okay, my build's doing a lot more damage than it was before I had these items. When actually starting an expedition, you are met with a panel on the floor. Once pressed, it leaves a greeny yellow trail for you to follow. Follow this over everything else, unless you see a trader, obviously. When at the next end, you are normally met with several options. In this video, I'm going to try and explain the symbol on the bottom right of the choices. These sometimes say 1 out of the 2, 1 out of 4, and so on. These are the hardest tasks to complete because at the end of the next trail, you have to select the same option. The amount of times indicated is actually to access the buff. You will have to do it the amount of times indicated. So if it's 1 out of 4, you'll have to follow the trail 4 times, and on the 4th one, the buff that the first one indicated is then activated. With this in mind, with the lower level expeditions pre-level 100, I'd recommend grabbing the single instant added magic find, gold or extra affix drops. But when going past level 100 and so on with the added innate magic find, you have added chance of getting more rewards. Eventually, after a select amount of following these traces through the 3 levels of expeditions, sometimes it can be done on 1 floor, but these aren't the types of hunts you really want. You want a hunt to stretch across 3 floors, making it much longer so you can keep on stacking more and more affixes on, which is increasing the magic find, the rare drop rate, the legendary drop rate, all the stuff you really want to be happening out of, the expedition. And if you have like a 1 floor hunt, sometimes you can only get like 2 or 3 affixes on it, which is plus 50% magic find, and it's like, well, you get 3 items, and it's like, when you could have got like 15, 16 items and 2 legendaries if you did it over the period of 3 floors. I'm not gonna lie, I don't exactly know how the ending of the hunt works, because it seems to just spontaneously say that the hunt's ended when you get to a next trace for some reason. If anyone knows any more about that, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. Alright, now let's talk about actually farming the items you need and how to use this system to your benefit. When doing expeditions, you are trying to summon a juiced up hyper enemy, and even though I didn't do so in the footage behind it, it would be preferable to add as many modifiers to the run prior to enhance the magic find even further. This rolls on well to what I'm trying to get at, which is when doing these, do them at a low level where your character performs well and isn't at much of a risk of dying, but not so low of a level that the gear you're getting isn't even worth it, and do them at a reasonable speed. Also, you can get multiple of these done in a single 30-40 minute gaming session if you use the war table correctly to optimize your farming strategy. Once you get into a cycle of knocking these expedition hunt methods out in 20 to 30 minutes, this is where the next part of being able to focus farm exactly the armor and gear you want. When you kill this beast, he'll drop gear at the start that will be rare for the majority. This is where the Stormfall map comes into play once again. On the map there's a node called the Dark Market. If after unlocking all required precursors, you are able to upgrade an item's rarity. What this means is when you get that yellow drop with decent stats and a plus 20% damage affix on it, you can simply put it into the Dark Market, do a couple more expeditions, farm some more, and then out it pops and it's a legendary. There are a couple drawbacks to this method though. It is expensive for beginning players to upgrade rares to legendaries at 100,000 gold and 30,000 primordial affinity per item. Although at the beginning this might not seem like a very productive or efficient way to farm, after acquiring 3 or 4 of these items like I stated earlier, with the right stats you'll find yourself clearing much higher level expeditions than you could before, enabling you to earn more gold, get more drops, all in all speed the process up of gearing your character, be able to scale your magic find much higher, and you get more epics as well, more uniques even, sorry. Right, so guys, that was my bit of information I could give on exhibitions and how you can use them to give yourself the upper hand in this game. Let me know if you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Hope you have a great day. Peace.